So here I am back in the man cave, and I have some comments on comments. Comments on some of the most vicious, nasty, ugly, vile comments I've ever received. Actually, they're the most laughable comments I've ever received, because if someone is just attacking me rather than the arguments that I'm making, it just shows they've got nothing to say. They're saying more about themselves than they're saying about me. So let's dive into these comments. I'm just looking at them on the screen over there. So I've got 8 comments. Now these are comments that YouTube, it puts them in a special section. So I've got to click once to see them and then click again to see these comments, which YouTube says might potentially be offensive. So here we go. Comment number 1. I'm going to say who they're from as well, so you can be identified. So this is at ShredGardener9231, who says, if you're watching this, you're a file. You'll notice that I'm having to bleep out certain words here. So if that was on my video, yeah, I can see how funny it is now. That was on my video. If you can't hear this, then you're not an audio file. So he's kind of like conflating audio file with file. Oh, that's just so funny. It's just so funny. This guy should be on a stage. Okay, the next one from Kornsk. So that's Kornsk. And he says, this is obviously in reference to my the name of my channel, which is Audio Masterclass. This title goes back an awful long way in history, and things have actually changed quite a bit since I first invented it, which would have been about 1998, 99, something like that. Anyway, Kornsk has to say this very insightful comment. This is a masterclass. That's, again, it's on the same video. If you can't hear this, then you're not an audiophile. So notice that he's not saying what is about it. He's just having a go at me. It means nothing. It means nothing. Okay, here's someone who's got a little bit more to say. So this is interesting. This is James Shatley, okay, 9390. So that's James... Oh, sorry, it's James Hatley. Oh, I'm sorry, James. I was a bit naughty there, wasn't I? So James Hatley, 9390, has to say this. You're a total... You contradict yourself trying to rehash all this BS as if it's something new. Clickbait garbage. You're blocked. Okay, well, that's a bit of a more insightful comment. He is saying that I'm contradicting myself. And he is right in a way, because I have, if I had a superpower, which I do have a superpower, and what my superpower is, it's being able to see things from different points of view. And what I generally find is that people will have their own point of view, and that is all that matters to them. Not everyone, obviously, but this is a common thing, that someone will have their own point of view. That's all that matters, and everybody else is wrong. And then most things in life, you can look at it from different points of view. So someone else, they'll say completely the opposite, and then that first person is wrong. Whereas I can quite comfortably hold two different points of view in my mind at the same time and just examine one, examine the other. So if you're going to call that contradicting myself, I would call it just getting an all-round view, which I think is a good way to work. Okay, this one is from DZT512. And what this person has to say, from what I could hear, the problem was your dry ass mouth. Ha ha. I don't even know what that means. My dry ass mouth. I don't see where the ass has got to come into it. Is that the American version of arse that he's referring to? I can say that, by the way. That's YouTube doesn't ban that word. Or is he referring to a donkey? That kind of ass, which is also an ass. A donkey is also a moke, by the way, a moke. So there's something you've learned today, perhaps. So from what I could hear, the problem was your dry ass mouth. Ha ha. I'm just wondering whether I need to go into that, because I don't feel that my mouth is dry in any sense. In fact, it's quite the problem. No, I'm not going to tell you about it. I mean, I could. It is a little bit of a problem for me. But you're just going to say, oh, that's just, no, I'm just going to switch off now. So I think it's probably best that I just pass by that. Okay, this is Lunty 0198. So that's LUNTE 0198. And he says, "You're a troll!" exclamation mark. I hope you have kids. I hope you have kids. Well, yeah, I do. What's that got to do with anything? I mean, really, what's that got to do with it? All I can think of is trolls live under bridges, and there's the fairy tale where there's the 3 billy goats gruff go over this bridge, and I can't remember what happens, but probably something not nice. And the offspring of the goat is the kid. So, am I overthinking this? I don't really know. I'm a troll. I don't really think that is true, but if you think I am a troll, why don't you just comment and explain why? I don't mind at all. Okay, this is Michael Tuffin, 8147. So that's Michael, Tuffin, 8147. And he says, I'm trying to give him a voice, a suitable voice to speak with. This angry old bastard needs to get off this angry old bastard needs to get off YouTube. I think that's how he would say it. I'm just going to say now, this is not going to happen. There is absolutely no way this is going to happen because A, I enjoy it too much, and B, I get too much money out of it. I'm crying all the way to the bank. That's what Liberace said. That's where that phrase comes from. Okay, so moving on, and we're nearly through now. James Torres, 5582. So that's James, Torres, 5582. All he has to say, this is... I'm just looking at my screen behind my iPhone. This is my video, "You're wasting your money." Audio files, "You're wasting your money." And he has to say this once again, very insightful comment. "You're as high as I can tell you something. When I make these videos, I am not high. I am not high. No way. And here is one which it could conceivably be construed as offensive. So if you are offended by it, and you might well be with due justification, then just put something down in the comment and register your offence. Just remember, it's not me that's saying this. I'm just reading somebody else's words. And this is on the video, "Why is modern music so bad?" And the caption in the thumbnail, it says, "It's just noise." A lot of people have watched this video, and the reaction they've got from it is that I'm some sort of grumpy old man that I'm some sort of grumpy old man that doesn't like new music just because I'm a grumpy old man. Whereas if they'd actually watched the video, they'd have found that I'd really reasoned that out from first principles. And clearly some people just don't watch the video before they comment. But anyway, it's talking about some modern music, and it's got a track by Wet Leg, which I think is a good song. It sounds dreadful when it gets to the end of the song. It just sounds dreadful through too much over mastering. And I put another one in there as well. Was it the May Muller one? Anyway, it suffered from the same problem. The second song I didn't like so much, but the first song I did, the Wet Leg song, I did like it. But anyway, this is the masculinism movement. Okay, the masculinism movement. Okay, I can see where he's coming from now, because his comment says, "Who the listens to this? Probably women." This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I'm going to say that. And if you think it's unacceptable too, particularly the 3% of my YouTube viewership that actually are women, say something in the comments. Anyway, I just saw another comment just pop up, and all it says is, "This is for my video." Oh, this is not offensive, but I'll comment on it. But I'll comment on it anyway. It's about my video, "The Vinyl Revival So Wrong on So Many Levels," which I might remake at some point, because I did actually make a couple of mistakes in there, but very few people have noticed them, so hey. And this is physical entity. And he says that CDs are criminally underrated. Okay, that's fine. That's it for today. I quite enjoyed my little rant there and going through these ridiculous comments. See you soon.